Jesus, this game is awful. Man, I hope we can end up coming back.
20 minutes later.
Okay. Well, we came back and won by a lot. So with that said, here's the review. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Drew, better known as RockChalk01, and today, yesterday, whenever you're watching this, the 5th-ranked Kansas Jayhawks were back home in Allen Fieldhouse, and they were greeted with college game day as they took on the 9th-ranked Baylor Bears and blew out Baylor by a final score of 87-71. Wow. Tale of two halves. Put it out there. As Baylor did incredible in the first half, and KU had an even better second half. And yeah, with KU's victory, they move into just a tie for first instead of a three-way tie with Texas for the Big 12 Conference regular season title. So yeah, this was a must-win, and we got it. Now, there was a lot of good things that came out of this one, but there were a few nitpick bad ones. So with that being said, for those of you who do not know, I give positives and negatives about the game, give a player of the game, and a player who needs to improve. Without further adu, let's do it. All right, positives. KU shooting performance actually was pretty well, and it all really comes from the second half, as KU's second half shooting was phenomenal, shooting 63% from the field, 50% from three, and 92% from the free throw line. Yeah, my goodness, we did incredible shooting the ball in the second half, and that led to us shooting over 51% for the game. 3-point field goal percentage wasn't that great, and that's due to the first half, but 29% from three and 85% from the free throw line. In fact, we actually outshot, in terms of percentage, we outshot Baylor from the free throw line, as Baylor only had made 56% of their free throws in this game, which is really impressive. So yeah, going back to it, second half, incredible shooting numbers, and there's no doubt that's a positive. Turnovers, my goodness, this was insane, as we forced turnovers and rarely turned the ball over in this game, as KU forced 11 Baylor turnovers and scored 13, while the Bears only managed to get 4 Jayhawk turnovers and score 5. That's nuts. I think that's the lowest number of turnovers we've had in a game all season. 4. And I mean, that's crazy. In fact, no one actually had more than 2. So it was rare for someone to get a turnover in this game. So we did a lot better taking care of the ball. We forced turnovers, scored off of them. That was great. So yeah, that's a positive. Rebounding, that's another positive, as KU out-rebounded the Bears 35-32 on the glass. And yeah, if you take away KU's offensive rebounds, they would have lost this thing. But wow, the fact that we out-rebounded Baylor, they're a lot taller than us as well, in terms of most of our lineup that is on the floor. But yeah, we did really well taking care of the glass, especially on the defensive side. Offensive side, we could do a little bit better. But yeah, we did some pretty good things when it came to taking care of the rebounding battle. So yeah, that's a positive as well. Fouls, that's another positive. And yeah, we drew 20 Baylor fouls while we were only called for 14 personal fouls. And yeah, it does say something that Scott Drew complained about fouls on the broadcast. He complained about it, and they were up 13. That might have been the big difference in the second half, as they started getting called for a lot more of them, but most of them were fouls. So not very many guys got into serious foul trouble. I mean, maybe one, and that was Kevin McCullough. But yeah, we did a lot better standing our ground, not reaching. There's a few reaches here and there, but most of the fouls that were called were like drive to the bucket. So yeah, we did a lot better. So not getting into foul trouble, that's also a positive. And the final positives are nitpicks, as KU won the points in the paint battle 40-32. They also won the fast break point total 14-5, and also bench points. KU won that 10-7. So a lot of good things happened in this ball game, and with all that said, those are my positives. Now to the negatives. KU's first half, in terms of shooting, terrible. My goodness, we could not buy a stinking bucket until late in the first half. KU ended up shooting in the first half 37% from the field and 9% from three, going 1 of 11. That is the worst three-point shooting half I think I've seen all season. My goodness, that was terrible. In fact, the entire first half was just dreadful. So, also speaking on top of it, defensively, KU did not do as well as we have done in the past, holding teams to below their average. As Baylor shot 44% from the field and 40% from three. Most of that came from the first half, as they were on fire from beyond the arc, with Keontae George hitting crazy three-pointers. Adam Flagler hit a few. LJ Cryer hit a few. In fact, their whole first half production, except one bucket, was by those three guys. So we did better in the second half, but the first half, in terms of shooting and defensively, all went to crap. So yeah, those are negatives. But other than that, the only other negative that I can think of is a nitpick negative and second chance points. KU lost that 11-8, and that has to do with Baylor getting a bunch of offensive rebounds, which they had 10 in this game. So yeah, just got to clean up on our possessions and make them last longer. But yeah, with all that said, those are my negatives. Player of the game, I'm going to go rapid fire through this one because I want to get through this quickly. So yeah, 3 guys get honorable mentions. First up, Grady Dick. 16 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 steals in 37 minutes. Had a bit of a cold shooting night, going 6 of 18 from the field, 2 of 9 from 3, and 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Solid. Just solid. KJ Adams, also a really good performance, going with 17 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and a block in 33 minutes. Went 5 of 6 from the field and 7 of 9 from the free throw line. Not too shabby. DeJuan Harris is another honorable mention, or is the last honorable mention, as he went and got 14 points, 1 rebound, 9 assists, and 2 steals in 37 minutes. Had an incredible shooting night, going 6 of 8 from the field, 2 for 2 from beyond the arc. Yeah, he was this close, but one person got it because he got a double-double, and that was Jalen Wilson, who I'm going to give my player of the game to. And yeah, I don't know how many double-doubles he's got in his career, but he got another one. 21 points, 13 rebounds, 1 assist, and a steal in 38 minutes. Had a bit of a cold shooting night, though. 6 of 16 from the field, 0 for 5 from 3, but 9 of 10 from the free throw line. I don't care what you say. He's an All-American candidate, and the fact that he's putting up 21 and 10 almost a night, there's no question. So really good performance from Jalen in this one, especially grabbing 13 rebounds with 4 of them being offensive. I was surprised about that. But yeah, really good performance. And with that said, Jalen Wilson's my player of the game. Player who needs to improve, Joe Yesufu. That, I'm going to go quickly through it. He had no stats at all in 5 minutes. What can you do? I mean, I don't know what else to say. I mean, could have gave it potentially to Kevin McCullough, but I think he had a more solid performance than a lot of people think. It was just a cold shooting night for him, and that's it. So, and Ernest played great in his limited minutes. Jeez, that's a mouthful. And also Bobby Pettiford, same thing. Both of them finished with 5 points, but they both were perfect from the field. with Ernest having a missed free throw. So, yeah, it sucks that the consolation prize here is Joe gets it by default. So, hate to say it, but it has to happen. Joe Yesufu is the player who needs to improve. And that's going to do it for my review of KU versus Baylor. Again, the final score, Kansas 87, Baylor 71. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe. Push that notification bell. Tell your friends about these videos. And I should see you again for the next basketball review as the Hawks will travel down to Fort Worth, Texas to take on the TCU Horned Frogs. But until then, have a good day. Never ever bring exotic dancers to the field house. And I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.